Part 3. 3 parts to this. What is she talking about that she can keep talking? Um anyway, my recent thoughts about yearning. Please watch part 1 and part 2 or you might be very lost. But anyway, if you're picking up from part 2, all I'm saying respectfully is if you're waiting for somebody, are you yearning? Absolutely. If you are, hold on, I'm getting my notes. Hold on. Are you yearning when you're in a situationship? Yeah, at least one person is. That's the T there. Can you be yearning when you're in a relationship? Sure. For the most part, no, but I feel like if you like spend a lot of time together and then you're like suddenly pulled apart by like work or something, oh, I would be yearning. You know what I mean? Would be if that was the case. For the most part, if you're in a healthy relationship, again, I don't know if you're yearning exactly because yearning is so intense, but if you're hooking up with someone, are you yearning? Probably. You could be, or you just really are yearning for their body. But anyway, the point is, it doesn't matter who I'm talking to. It doesn't matter who this video finds. If you're younger than me, older than me, same age as me, it takes so much time to be waiting for somebody else to be ready. Do you know what that is? Do you know what kind of commitment that is? Especially to ask somebody so young, because I'm so young, so T, to do that? Do you know what that is? Like, it takes a lot of loyalty and discipline and dedication to wait for somebody else. What? I'm not saying that that's not an honorable, noble act, because it definitely is. But what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for them to be more ready? Are you waiting for them to commit to you? Are you waiting for them to be with other people and then they're like, yeah, I guess I'll be with you? No, right? Listen, does right person, wrong time exist? Sure, I think so. Maybe. Wait for them in that case. But for the most part, we do not have enough time in this life. We don't have, you think you have time. We don't have enough time in this life to be waiting and yearning for somebody else. And if you need me to clarify what yearning is from my part 1 and part 2, to me, in my experience, that is what yearning is. Yearning is this longing, this need for only this one specific person to be in the same room as them, to be near them, to feel some type of peace. And that can be looking like attachment, and that can be looking like codependency, and that can be looking like something that isn't love. But we're romanticizing it in the media so much that it could be, for sure. I think yearning for somebody could be a beautiful experience, but if I'm out here waiting for somebody, they should show me why I should even consider that. I don't know. I don't want to sound selfish to you guys, but I don't want you to waste your time either. Think about the person you're yearning for. Do they like who I am? Do they appreciate who I am? Could they ever love who I am? Yearning is often this one-sided thing, and I'm telling you, what happened to dating being fun? What happened to dating being fun? What happened to dating being a two-way street, a reciprocated thing? You know what I mean? I want to do a separate video on situationships as a whole because they're just different. They really are. But if you're yearning for somebody for years, or if you're yearning for somebody for weeks, if you're yearning for somebody for months, you can't run away from what the end result is going to be and what facing that end result looks like. I referenced Noah in the Notebook earlier. Noah, that's his name, yes. There was a certain point where Noah in the Notebook is talking to Allie outside of her car, right? and he wants her to make a decision about the entire thing that's going on. And he's telling her that so he can feel some kind of peace, because whatever happens, it was at least her choice. It was at least her choice if she was going to be with him. Lon, is that the other guy's name? Lon, yes. But he's putting that pressure on her, arguably not in the best way, right? Because they're in an argument. But he's letting her know that it's her choice, and it's going to be your choice eventually. Yes, I'm referencing a movie, but it's the same thing. He's a crazy yearner. He is a crazy yearner. He is the OG yearner. He built her a house, but he could live in peace with the fact that if she is with another guy, it's because she chose to be. If they are not with you right now, they're kind of choosing not to be. And I don't mean that to hurt you guys. Like, you know that I love you guys, I care about you guys. I saw a TikTok about it today. Sometimes no contact, no talking is its own answer, which can hurt, which can suck when you're yearning for the other person. But are they ever going to choose you? Are they ever going to marry you? Are they ever going to marry somebody else? You cannot, eventually, you cannot run away from what the end result is going to be. And first of all, I don't think you should lose your mind trying to figure out what this is, but eventually, if you look at the person's pattern of behavior, you're gonna know. You're gonna know what it might end up being. I don't know if this is like a bad thought process to have, but one thing that's helped me in the past is like, if I have to think too much about the repercussions of being with somebody, then I'm not gonna be with them. I think love and dating is so much easier than this complicated thing that we've made it in society. It really should be fun and not so stressful and life sucking and just terrible. Like, if I have to think about like changing myself, or how hard it would be to integrate that person with my friends and my family, if the relationship itself is going to bring me more stress than what love should feel like in my eyes, I don't know. It's normal to consider, like, oh, what is my world gonna be like if I let this person in? But when you're yearning, when you're yearning, you already want that so bad. You already want for your world and their world to like intertwine, that is the only thing you're thinking about, that is the only thing you're seeing, that is the only thing that's on your mind. I will repeat it for you. I have it in my notes somewhere. But yearning is genuinely almost this physical thing. It's literally, it's all consuming. All consuming is the word that I have for it. And am I running out of time? It's just time consuming, guys. It's just time consuming, and I'm too young for this. I really am. And don't get me wrong, I don't want you guys to have this like mixed up perception of me, like, oh, she can just snap out of her feelings and she could just turn her feelings on and off. It's not that at all. Taking your mind and heart away from something it naturally gravitates toward is like this weird mental focus and weird mental like shift you have to make. But I don't know. I just don't want you guys to be in situations you don't deserve to be in, but people find themselves there a lot of times. People find themselves there when they're yearning, and yearning can be unhealthy. We've just romanticized it so much that we can't recognize it anymore. So that's my opinion. So I'm gonna go.